Good morning, students. So, here we are with our chapter Lord Spring from the book Flamingo, where we have started discussing about the story of Sahib-e-Alam. Now, you need to imagine the situation like you are also having the maids and the servants which are coming at your places. You can understand their situation, that how in a how petty condition they are living. So the same thing you need to relate with Sahib-e-Alam, where Nizam met him. And the last which we discussed about was the description of Simapuri area, right? And we discussed about the ration cards, food is more important, right? So here let's try to understand the other points here. Let's read it. We are on page 16. I sometimes find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note, Sahib says, his eyes lighting up. Now this sometimes find a rupee and 10 rupee note. When you can find a silver coin in a heap of garbage, you don't stop scrounging for there is a hope of finding more. It means that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. Now this is also important here. For the children it is wrapped in wonder, and for the elders it is a means of survival. So the description is that little young boy Sahib-e-Alam said to Anizam that in the heaps of garbage sometimes he was finding a rupee coin or a 10 rupee note. So Anizam said that when someone is finding a silver coin means a rupee, so obviously the person would start scrounging for more. He would not stop. But as we mentioned, if we are having some treasure, we have found something very interesting, so we will try to find out something for. So there is a different meaning for the children and for the parents related to that garbage. For children, it is something wrapped in wonder, that is like a gift or a treasure hunt. And for elders, it is a means of survival. One winter morning, I see Sahib standing by the fenced gate of the neighborhood club, watching two young men dressed in white playing tennis. I like the game, he hums, content to watch it standing behind the fence. I go inside when no one is around, he admits. The gatekeeper let me use the swing. Now Nizam said that once even I met Sahib-e-Alam in the winter morning. He was standing near the fence gate and he was watching that how young men they were playing the tennis, and he even he used to admire that game. He liked that game, right? So then he mentioned that some of the times even gatekeeper allows me when no one is there so that I can have a swing. Sahib too is wearing tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and shorts. Now Nizam said that at that time Sahib was wearing the tennis shoes, and that was looking strange because the color of clothes which he was wearing, it was a discolored one. It was not matching with his shirt and shorts. Someone gave them to me, so that's why like he said that someone has given to him. See, as we always say that if something is not useful for you and that is in a good condition, please give it to some needy one so that he or she can cherish that. He says in the manner of an explanation, the fact that they are discarded shoes of some rich boy, the same thing which I explained to you right now, who perhaps refused to wear them because of a hole in one of them. There was one hole inside. So for a rich boy, it was the discarded one. But that thing does not bother him at all. For one who was walked barefoot, does not even shoes with a hole is a dream come true. So right. So why it did not bother him at all? Because he always used to be barefoot. So he had a shoe, although a hole in that, it did not matter to him. But the game he is watching so intently is out of his reach. So the game which he was playing, it is something it's out of his reach, because it's like you are not even able to have the basic necessities in your life, and the game which he liked, it was something very extraordinary. Now let's try to understand what happened next. This morning, Sahib is on his way to the milk booth. In his hand is a steel canister. You need to mark it. He got actually a job at a tea stall. I now work in a tea stall down the road, he mentioned. He says, pointing in the distance. I am paid 800 rupees and all my meals. Does he like the job? Now that's the question. Now when he met him, he explained that he got a job at a tea stall nearby and he got 800 rupees plus all meals. So it's something very interesting now. You would also agree. Now this is something which is good for him instead of going for the rag picking. Right? Am I right? I guess this would be the question in your mind. Does he like the job? The question arises. I ask. His face, I see, has lost the carefree look. It's very important. No, he was not happy while working at the tea stall job because he lost that carefree look. That steel canister seems much heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly over his shoulder. Although he got that money, although he got that meals, but that carrying the steel canister was much heavier for him. Next it says about the last line I would say here. The bag was his because the bag which he used to carry on his shoulder, it belonged to him. The canister belongs to the man who owns the tea shop. So it was of someone else. Sahib is no longer his own master. So he was not happy because he was not his own master now. He used to work under the guidance of someone else, which he did not like at all. Right? So there's the question, what is Sahib's looking for in the garbage dumps? Where is he and where he has come from? So we have discussed it earlier also. He was looking for the garbage, he was in the heaps of the garbage looking for something useful items. He came from Dhaka, you know the reason now. What exploitation does the author offer for the children of wearing footwear? So because they were in the poverty line, below poverty line, and they gave various uses. And is Sahib happy working at the tea stall? Explained, no, he was not happy. Although he was earning 800 plus meals. But he lost his carefree look. Carrying the steel canister was much heavier for him rather than carrying a plastic bag on his shoulder. And he was no longer his own master. So I guess this much is clear to you. Rest, the other part of the story, that is another short story, we will discuss in the another class. Thank you. God bless you. And I want that you should submit the work to me timely without any delays. God bless you again. Bye bye.